All right, I appreciate the fact that the two of you are so willing to work with each other and we can come to some kind of agreement. This is a great sign. Congratulations to both of you, okay? Going forward, let's go ahead and we've made an agreement. Let's go ahead and let me read this agreement out loud. This is called a Mediation Settlement Agreement. And here's how it reads. It's dated today. It says the parties David Martinez and Bill Thompson of XYZ Pool Company represent and understand respectively that by signing this mediation agreement they have knowingly, voluntarily, and without coercion or improper influence entered into a final binding contract, correct?
Correct.
All right. The complainant, David Martinez, represented himself. The respondent, Bill Thompson, has represented himself. Both parties appeared before me on today's date. Both parties who appeared before me in person have agreed to settle as follows. David Martinez owes a balance of $7,500 to Bill Thompson of XYZ Pool Company. David will pay $37.50 in person to Bill Thompson via certified check within 3 days of today's date. Once the $37.50 is received by Bill Thompson of XYZ Pool Company, XYZ will complete the installation of the pool, including all finishing work, filling the pool, installing the heat pump, removing tile at ground level, replace it according to specs the parties agreed, remove all debris, and verify the pool is in proper working condition. XYZ shall have 14 days from today's date to complete all the work. Once the work is complete, David Martinez will submit the balance of $37.50 in person to Bill Thompson via certified checks of XYZ Pool Company. This will complete the agreement in full by both parties. That's the gist of it, correct?
Correct.
Going further, consequences of default by either party. This is what's going to happen if you guys don't both comply with this. If the respondent defaults in any way concerning the performance of this mediation settlement agreement, including but not limited to failure to complete the work in the allotted amount of time as agreed to by the parties, such default will result in the complainant not responsible for the balance of $37.50 due to the respondent, which is exactly what you just said. You're not going to pay the balance. Likewise, if the complainant defaults in any way concerning the performance of this mediation settlement agreement, including but not limited to failure to pay the remaining balance of the $37.50 to the respondent, Bill Thompson, upon completion of the work within the 14-day time period, David Martinez agrees to pay a $2,500 penalty to the complainant. Correct? That's what you guys agreed on?
Correct.
In addition, the parties agree that if either defaults in any way concerning the performance of this mediation settlement agreement, the non-defaulting party is not obligated in any way to provide any notice to the defaulting party of such default, as the defaulting party will already know the default of the agreed to in this agreement. Which means if one of you guys messes up, you don't need to notify the other party that they messed up because you're going to know about what we talked about today. Does that make it easy to understand?
Yeah.
Both parties also agree that the completion of this agreement in its entirety releases all future liability by and to either party. Additionally, upon completion of this agreement, both parties agree to the removal of all complaints with any professional, governmental, public agencies, private agencies, courts, and the internet. By signing this agreement, the parties further agree to understand that this mediation settlement agreement will be kept strictly confidential between all parties, and no party will subpoena any staff person or mediator in regard to this case for any purpose if there's a future legal proceeding. We all understand that too, correct?
Yes.
And there's an enforceability. All parties agree that they intend that this agreement is binding and will be enforceable at law or admissible as evidence in any judicial or administrative proceeding. All right, let me go ahead and get your signatures. I got 3 copies, one for you, one for me, and that way we all have originals. All right, if you can go ahead and sign that as well. All right, we have 3 agreements. I'll make sure that you guys have your original. I'd like to congratulate you both. You were able to work out your differences, and we had a successful mediation. Congratulations, Mr. Martinez. Thank you for your time. Congratulations, Mr. Thompson. We appreciate it. All right, you gentlemen have a wonderful day.
Thank you.